My name is Paraiso. My family and I own CheBogz Filipino food truck, and we are now in the process of opening CheBogz Beacon Hill, hopefully this coming June 2023. Our Kickstarter is to help raise $45,000 to finish the project. My family took over Kusina Filipina in 2010, which is just up the block south of Beacon Hill. And since then, we had to kind of pivot a little bit to figure out how we can stay in Seattle, which is the reason why CheBogz Filipino food truck was born. In 2016, our lease ended and we weren't able to renew the lease for Kusina Filipina, and so that's why we decided to do CheBogz. In 2019 or 2020, when the pandemic happened, which none of us expected, we decided it was time to find a home for CheBogz. And because of the loyal customers that we have in Beacon Hill, as well as Seattle and its surrounding areas, we decided that Beacon Hill was the right place for us to start and create the roots for CheBogz Filipino food. Our journey has been quite a roller coaster. As an immigrant family, we don't really have a lot of mentors for this type of industry. A lot of people in our culture tend to go to a little bit more stable route in terms of their livelihood. So there's not a lot of people that we kind of can relate to or learn from. When we grew up in the Philippines, CheBogz is actually a slang. It's not a real dictionary word to let's eat or to eat. And you'd hear that for like younger people, younger generation. But when we moved here and we were kind of brainstorming on what a cool name that would be catchy for people my age and also for people my parents' age who are similar with the slang, but they don't really use it in their regular vocabulary. That's when we came up with that. And we decided to pay homage to our parents. My dad's name is Bogi, or his nickname is Bogi, and my mom's nickname is Chez. So we just put that together to create CheBogz, spelled differently from the slang word in Tagalog, but with the same meaning. Because we were a food truck, we had a very limited amount of menu, but our most popular one would be the Island Combo, which includes my dad's signature barbecue ribs. It's a pork barbecue ribs that's marinated and then grilled with our special house sauce, barbecue sauce. The flavor of Filipino barbecue is either sweet, tangy, and garlicky, or just very basic, simple marinade with soy sauce and garlic, a little bit of pepper. So my dad decided to infuse those together, which is how the barbecue came to life. And that also comes with lumpia, pork lumpia, some butterfly coconut shrimp, pancit, which is very staple. It's our, it's our noodle, it's our main noodle, rice noodles, and then steamed cal roast rice, as well as longanisa, which is our traditional Filipino sausage, cured with garlic and a little bit savory sweet flavor. Our flavors are a mixture of Kapampangan and Tagalog, a little bit of fusion with American flavors too, just because we want to make sure that people can still relate. And another dish we have would be sisig, which is a grilled pork belly, diced, marinated with vinegar, fresh onions, and soy sauce. That also comes with rice and the pancit. The other one, which is the most traditional, I would say, is the chicken adobo, which is a simmered chicken with soy sauce, vinegar, garlic, bay leaf, and pepper. And with that, we're adding a little bit more, hopefully, as we get the system going in the kitchen and the production. The biggest difference, I would say, from coming from a food truck to a restaurant is that we're able to, well, first, the expense is different. In terms of rent and utilities and stuff like that, the restaurant or commissary kitchens are kind of you have this set amount of expense that you, even if you're operating or not, that's a part of your daily thing. With a food truck, not so much. You're only just paying for the commissary, and then after that, you just pay for gas and whatnot, and then you operate there. But the biggest learning experience, I would say, is the construction of from a restaurant build out. You're talking about permits from the city, which could take up to 8 months, from my experience. And public health permit, as well as construction permit, are a major thing in Seattle that they take seriously. And so a lot of the things that my family and I experienced in the past didn't really have to deal with that, just because we took over Kusina Filipina as a turnkey restaurant, which meant we were able to operate it off the bat. With this project, we started from a cold space, which meant the building was bare. It didn't have any walls, it didn't have any plumbing or electricity. So getting that into it was extremely, it's a learning curve, especially for someone who has never been in the construction. And also, I only know food. That's pretty much what we know. We just know how to cook and we know how to serve. So all these walls and all of the lights and the plumbing was a new lesson and a new challenge that we had to take over. So right now our Kickstarter campaign is live until May 2nd. And so the Kickstarter is generally for the finishing touches of the restaurants, and we're talking about equipments like utensils, the plates that we'll be using, as well as the plumbing, the extra plumbing that we'll need to fit in here. You can help, our community can help with our Kickstarter, sharing it, honestly. Any amount that can be pledged to us would be greatly appreciated. These pledges and our backers, if you go on Kickstarter, on our Kickstarter site, we have created different kinds of rewards that you can basically enjoy as soon as we're open. We have a set schedule for which types of rewards can be taken each month. So any amount that they can kind of help, not really donate, but let us borrow in the meantime, then we would be more than happy to return the favor as soon as we're able to open the doors of CheBogz to the community. And honestly, just sharing it on their social media and making sure that people know that we'll be back, so that in the near future, their friends, their family, and they can come to us and enjoy. So this is generally just for everyone who has supported our family, from Kusina Filipina to CheBogz Filipino food truck, and now we're here, finally starting our very first brick and mortar from scratch. We just want to say thank you from the very bottom of our hearts. We honestly wouldn't be here without you guys. The support that we received from the community here is something that I wish every immigrant can experience. It's a hard job. This industry is very demanding, least to say, but it's enjoyable, and it makes it all worth it when we see that people who have never experienced Filipino food enjoys our food, keeps coming back, tells their friends, and you know that it just trickles down into this bigger snowball that we just feel so much love for the culture that we grew up with, and for experiencing that with everybody else who agrees or who wants this cuisine to be experienced by people who have not experienced it before. From my family to everyone who has been there from the very beginning, we really thank you guys, and this is all for you and for us. So we hope to see you soon.